Hi, I'm Audrius,
And I'm Jasmine.
and today we'll be discussing the strategic assessment of General Electric Company. GE is a multi-billion-dollar corporation with a global presence and a track record of forward-thinking business practices. The multinational conglomerate has grown exponentially from its modest beginnings as a company that was in part founded by Thomas Edison. GE has been transforming, expanding, and tapping into industries which are thought to be the driving forces behind humanity's continuing advancement. Currently, the company operates within 9 different industries.
Because of the expanse and breadth of GE's industrial reach, this report's strategic assessment will concentrate on one of the company's most profitable and innovative segments, power. But first, we'll take a moment to discuss GE's most recent annual report. All of the financial records provided in the 2015 10-K submission were independently audited by KPMG. The auditor's statements ensure that the shareholders are not being misled and that GE's financial statements are prepared in accordance to GAAP, comply with the U.S. PCAOB, and follow the SEC's regulations. At the forefront of GE's annual report, readers are informed that even despite deflation and the economy being down, they are still growing and reaping profits. Last year, they exceeded most of their operating goals. The income statement shows that total revenue increased from 2014 to 2015 by over $200 million. Just under half of those revenues came from the U.S., followed by Asia, the EMEA, and the rest of the Americas, as can be seen on the chart. Total costs were over $106 billion, which increased by over $2 billion more in 2015. The balance sheet provides the past 2 years of data showing liabilities, stockholders' equity, and asset figures. Some of the key assets included on the balance sheet include cash, inventory, and PPE. Next, we will take a brief look at GE's website. Although GE's website is user-friendly, the overall scope is very complex. It can be easy for users to become lost due to the fact that there's so much going on. For first-time users, or even users familiar with GE's website, utilizing the sitemap located at the bottom of the home page is quite beneficial. The link redirects users into over 75 sublinks that are categorized into 10 different sections. One of the distinctive characteristics of GE's website is that no matter the link or the section accessed, the slogan "Imagination at Work" is always visible. Reinforcing their motto is a great move by GE, as people can easily tie phrases and slogans to associate them with their brand. General Electric's current top 3 competitors include Siemens AG, 3M, and Honeywell Inc. Siemens, 3M, and Honeywell compete with GE on different levels and in different industries. Siemens is a primary rival in healthcare and energy, while 3M and Honeywell have a strong market presence in the aerospace division. While there are many market predictions as to which company will be most profitable, the chart below illustrates that GE is likely to outcompete its rivals. However, due to the unpredictability of the markets the corporations operate in and the global economic turmoil, only the future will determine whether or not GE will remain the leader within its class.
One of the recent initiatives within industry includes last year's acquisition of Alstom's power and grid businesses. The acquirement of French company was the largest procurement of another firm's segment in the history of GE. Another such company is Baker Hughes, an oil and gas equipment company which GE has been looking to merge with by means of stock acquisition. In fact, on October 31st, 2016, GE made a deal with Baker Hughes which will be finalized in the upcoming months. GE CEO Jeff Immelt best exemplifies the company's competitive strive to lead within business segments when he discusses the corporate dedication to entering new or expanding markets. He rhetorically questions, "I'm going to let some other company get all that?" Company's mission statement is defined as one which outlines the organization's present business scope and purpose, who we are, what we do, and why we are here. Because organizational missions change, the statement itself must be fluid and subject to revision whenever goals or values of businesses transform. GE's current mission statements are as follows. These statements reveal GE's commitment to provide quality services worldwide regardless of economic, social, or environmental disparities, and emphasizes the company's dedication to providing high-quality and dependable power solutions. As a fearless innovator who offers energy solutions on a global scale, GE is consistently looking for the next big opportunity, new approach, or advanced technology to help achieve its goals. For example, GE is deeply invested into what they refer to as intelligent pipeline solutions, an internet-based application meant to aid pipeline operators in decision-making as it relates to safety, efficiency, and the integrity of assets. GE is also moving away from its financial and home appliance business and gravitating towards energy-centric tactics compatible with its unwavering mission to advance, just as it has successfully for more than 100 years. GE's general long-term company goals are concurrent with the company's mission statements, which share underlying themes of being a frontrunner within industries who provide cutting-edge technological and digital energy solutions to people and businesses worldwide. In addition to strategic acquisitions and mergers that expand its market share and presence, GE also restructures itself and its investments when certain operations do not correspond with the company's current profile. For example, within the last few years, GE has been working on shrinking its GE Capital business in order to focus on other industries which have proved to be more profitable, specifically its core industrial segments like energy. Moreover, the firm is divesting from its appliance business by selling it to Haier, a Chinese multinational electronics and home appliance company.
Because of their broad reach, General Electric is subject to regulation from entities such as the FDA, EPA, FSOC, and various other local, state government, and international regulatory agencies. This slide applies the PESTEL framework to identify some of the most important political, economic, sociocultural, technological, environmental, and legal factors in GE's industry. This slide shows the 5 forces model when applied to GE.
From a market perspective, the industry for power generation and services is globally competitive, and due to demand, it will continue to grow steadily over time. Since cities with large populations cannot just pick up and move, the need to make and deliver power will become strained, leaving a gap between supply and demand. This is where technology will need to step up to fill in this gap.
To analyze GE's internal forces, we will begin by identifying its core competencies. Now, let's take a look at GE's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats through a SWOT analysis. GE is highly focused on the shareholder's perspective of its competitive advantage. Proof of this can be found on their web homepage, where one of their tabs is dedicated to investors. From this page, it's clear that they want investors to be aware of their current and future strategies.
One of the best business strategies that describes GE Power is the acquisition strategic option. This option combines the operations of 2 companies and is an attractive opportunity for achieving operating economies, strengthening the resulting companies' competencies and competitiveness, and opening avenues of new market opportunities. With Alstom, GE plans to generate $3 billion of cost synergy over 5 years. GE runs the risk of falling into a pattern of overinvesting in too many different industries, along with the restructuring and dissociating of certain divisions, the company is also investing into segments which hold the most long-term potential. GE aims to become leaner and improve their focus, dedication, and performance in energy, healthcare, and transportation industries.
GE most notably applies a transnational strategy. The foundation of this strategy is rooted in a global vision that also includes customized implementations for local markets and regions. To be successful in this industry worldwide, GE is exploiting their technological forces to produce new products, drive innovation, build relationships, and duplicate the process in different international markets. One of the reasons why it's a good idea for GE to follow a transnational marketing strategy is its cost advantage. Setting up production factories and offices in specific countries allows GE to minimize expenditures that come as a result of taxes, inflation, exchange rates, regulations, and politics. Additionally, low-wage labor will decrease production costs and generate higher profits, which is one of the reasons why GE is developing business initiatives in developing countries like China and India. As a company that prides itself on aligning its business strategy to meet societal needs while minimizing environmental impact and advancing social development, GE launched a social responsibility and sustainability plan which addresses issues of health, education, environment, community building, and human rights. Some examples of GE's socially responsible activities include supporting and empowering women in the Middle East, anti-corruption initiatives, efforts to decrease greenhouse gas emissions, supporting organizations that fight human trafficking, and aiding in disaster relief. GE's commitment to social responsibility favors stakeholder trust, improves customer relations and public perceptions, and maintains GE's positive reputation. This strategic assessment has given an overview of GE's annual report, company website, an assessment of the firm's chief rivals, the mission statement and major goals, internal and external forces that they must consider, their competitive advantage, business strategy, global strategy, and social responsibility initiatives. GE is a company that is involved in a plethora of businesses, markets, and research fields. The company has been able to generate consistent profit in spite of a challenging economic environment. It's also been able to repeatedly restructure itself so as to maintain a global position and remain one of the leaders within its class. Growth and opportunities for a company this diverse are endless, while its ongoing investments in research and development, innovation, and talent make it a very attractive firm to work for and to invest in.
We thank you for your time and hope you enjoyed our presentation. Please see the description box for a complete listing of our sources and credits.